Okay, so picking up from the review that I just did of this guy, Dracula Mihawk from One Piece. This is the Anime Heroes version. So you know what this is. This is their economy brand. This is their cheap stuff. They're not trying to, like I said, blow the roof off the house. They're just trying to put a toy out. And for all points and purposes, it succeeds in that manner. What this thing is not. Let's just get this out the way. I just recently, oh man, I just knocked something over. I just recently picked up McFarlane's Bleach Toshihiro Hitsugaya from, this is the Bleach. There you go. I don't even have to make up. I ain't even got to try to remember, y'all. Here it is. 1,000-Year Blood War. So, here's McFarlane. Soft goods. Look at that. This is all soft goods, y'all. Look at the gold. The sword. Now, this is my one thing. This is a little flimsy, sir. I need you to get this together. This is not good. But I'm forgiving because it's gonna go on the shelf, and I plan on getting the SHF version anyway. So, but look at that face sculpt. Does that not look anime? Again, soft goods. This is $24.99. This was $21.99. We're talking a $3 difference, y'all. This is what McFarlane's producing. This is what Bandai put out. So, of course, both of these figures aren't exactly what I call stand up on their own. But it also could be my little diorama here. I got stuff all over the place. But that's what a stand is for. So, no, don't do that. So, this is kind of what I'm saying. Look at what McFarlane's giving you, and look at what Bandai's giving you. If you had to pick, gun to your head, which one would you say is better? I think we're all going to ride with this. Now, of course, that's my opinion. Again, I'm not saying that what Bandai did over here is bad. It's not bad. But what Bandai is not doing, and give me a second, Bandai isn't doing this. Right? This is SH Figure Arts. They're not doing this. They're not trying to compete with themselves. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the part that I think we got to keep in mind. What is the intent of the product? Right? I think if we keep that in mind, we won't always be so disappointed. And I actually do have... Here's SHF One Piece Luffy. Right? So, you put these two together, I don't think Mihawk is supposed to be that much taller than him. For all my One Piece fans, y'all can let me know. But look at that. Different quality of plastic gives you a different finish. This looks all shiny and blurry. And this is matte. This has more, more paint. It has much more of a finish. Much more sculpted detail. And it's two different products doing two different things. And this is kind of what I'm getting at when I'm saying you got all of these people who are just out here complaining about stuff, but they're not really explaining why something is different from the other, right? Let's bring out McFarlane, a McFarlane figure here, right? So this is Wildcat, review coming soon. But for now, this is what I'm just using him as an example. Now, Wildcat here has dramatically less paint, right? Less paint than the normal McFarlane figure. But Mihawk here doesn't have that much paint either. Actually, Mihawk actually has fewer paint apps than this figure. Probably wondering how, right? All of this that you're seeing is molded plastic. It's all molded in color. The only thing painted is the belt buckle, this right here, this handle, that, of course, his face, and his beard, and the hair, right? But everything else is molded in color. That's good and bad. Now, here's a McFarlane figure, if I can get him to stand again. Here's a McFarlane figure. There's some, color contrast with shading the paint, face sculpt, eyes, you can see the irises, whatever. There's like some dirty bandages, there is paint on this figure. There's some shade work going on here, leading on down to the feet. And of course, typical McFarlane fashion, there's a whole lot of sculpt, right? This figure is $21.99, the exact same price as this. There's no excuse for why there's no paint on this figure, right? This video is not to beat up on Bandai. It's not to beat up, but you always have people saying what other companies aren't doing. And I can show you better than I can tell you how intent matters and how quality plastics can change the entire outlook on a product. And do I know all the plastics by name? No, I don't. I'm not some, plastic super genius. But again, just showing you this again. Look at that. Look at the two finishes. This is meant to go up on your shelf. This is meant to look good on your shelf. That's what this is meant to do. This is clearly meant to be played with. That is the sole intent of this toy. And we have to keep intention at the forefront, because sometimes I think as collectors we get so used to what we're buying that we forget that sometimes we're asking for more than we're actually willing to pay. Give you another example. Here is a Joy Toy figure. Look at the amount of paint. And, if you're going to talk about articulation, all of that, Mihawk, he's not even in the same realm, right? Plastic quality, but this is not made to be played with. This is made to be, posed, displayed. Your chains, it has more than enough articulation, but it's way more articulated than Mihawk over here. But this is meant to look good. Not only look good, but look at that. Different finish, different plastics, and I don't expect this from this. we have to stop this. This is a toy. This is meant to be a shelf piece, so that's about all I'm going to touch on for this video. I don't want to make this video too long, but intention. That is the entire point of this video. It's all about intent. And I think as long as you keep your expectations where they should be, you won't be as disappointed with these companies. So, that being said, this is no way, shape, or form me telling you what you should or should not get, right? Like, let me just do this real fast. This is not me telling you what you should or shouldn't get. This is just me saying different intentions bring about different products, right? And when you're trying to say, oh, well, this one costs more than this one figure right here is both of these toys right here combined, you know, and still some, because you got to pay, even if you combine both of these figures together, you still got some extra money you're going to dish out to get that one Joy toy. But that does not mean that this is a bad toy. That does not mean that this is not shelf worthy. That doesn't mean that this ain't shelf worthy. It's just, it's not going to look like this because that's not its intent. This thing's intent is to be a toy. So as long as we keep, again, our expectations in check, I think we will complain less. But let's just get real for a second. Complaining is a hell of a lot easier than appreciating. So I can make this video, I can scream to the heavens about, hey y'all, that's not that toy's intention, da, da, da. It doesn't matter. People are going to complain. You can give people soft goods all on a figure and people are still going to complain about that. You can give improvements to your articulation and details and people are still going to complain about that. That is the world we live in. Everybody is just complaining to complain, when half the time they don't even know what they're talking about. They're just throwing things out there. I see people all the time talking about SHF. SHF isn't worth the money and all this crap. And what are they comparing to it? Hold on, give me a second. Because Jada, is it Jazzwares? Yeah, I think this is Jazzwares. Jazzwares threw their hand in the pot with these toys, right? Does it look bad? No, actually it doesn't. But is this better than Amazing Yamaguchi's version? Absolutely not. It doesn't even compare. So I think, again, intention. This looks great. I don't think it looks bad at all. But we have to stop. we have to stop this because we're making stupid arguments online. We're having dumb, uninformed opinions, and it's just running rampant at this point. So anyway, cut this video off. I'm gonna say this. Understand the product in which you're choosing to collect. And I think that it will definitely aid with your happiness in this hobby, or in any hobby for that matter. So with that being said, y'all have a good one. Be happy.